Hello you guys, here I am once again. Let's see if this lighting actually works. I won't know until I'm editing, so bear with me, but I think this is the best I can do. Anyway, as you can see, I haven't touched my shells anymore, but I'm here to share with you this week, finally, my favorite reads of 2021. And today I will start with Welcome to another Winged Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here. I'm finally, joining the party quite late. But today I'm bringing to you my favorite 2021 miscellaneous reads. Some books that I don't know quite where to place, as well as 4 YA, 7 books in total. Hope you're still here for it. On Friday, I'll come back with horror. If you're ready, I'm ready, and this time I'll try to be short and sweet. Glasses are on. So I'll be very brief about the books. If you want to hear more about them and I haven't already reviewed them or talked about them on my channel, please let me know in the comments below and I'll definitely make a video with all your requests. And since I'm being kind of legit booktuber, let me just get out of my comfort zone and ask you to stay to the end if you're so inclined. Give me a like if you enjoyed this content and consider subscribing. I'm trying to post more books. Promise you're gonna get me. That's it. And if I can say so myself, I really like the books I talk about, so I hope you will too. So who knows, maybe we even gonna find a new favor or what else. Okay, shameless plug. I'm embarrassed. We're moving on. Books I don't know how to classify because they can be horror, they can be thriller, they can be fantasy, or just a mix of them in between. All I know is the atmosphere grasped me, the tone, the voice, as well as their unique twist on otherwise known tropes. The first book I want to talk to you about is All the Murmuring Bones by A.J.'s Letter. And this is a very gothic, folky kind of story. It is creepy. It is delicious. It's like a fairy tale for adults, if you know what I mean. We follow Mirren. She is one of the O'Malleys, family who long ago struck a deal with the Mer people. They would sacrifice one of their own each generation in exchange for glory, basically. So to be allowed to go into the sea, fish as much as I can, and crush the competition. Things were going well, but then the O'Malleys stopped doing their side of the deals, and then so did the Mer people, and then they were almost falling from grace when the matriarch of the generation decides to sacrifice Mirren. Whether Mirren wants or not, she'll be sacrificed because she doesn't want to die poor. And Mirren is a very empowered woman. She's not going to sit down, so she's going to get to the bottom of this, and she's going to be the master of her own destiny, so to say. But it's beautiful, haunting. I highly recommend All the Murmuring Bones if you haven't read it. Next, I have The Hidden by Melanie Golding. These two so far, by the way, are 2021 releases. I don't know how to describe this book. Let's just say you need to like police procedural. I'll remove this. You need to like police procedural to read this, because that's how it starts. But this book is so much more than that. And as the story goes, Golding grabs you by the hair. Let's stay here like child friendly. She grabs you by the hair and she takes you places, and she has her own unique spin or a particular thing that I know I'm being vague, but trust me, I loved it. And so the book starts with this little girl who's found alone on a pier. Out of the blue, the mom comes running and says, oh, she's my daughter, she's my daughter, takes her and go. At the same time, they found this man severely hurt, basically on the brink of death, in his apartment not too far from that pier. And this man had a secret. He had a locked door that when the police got in there, there was a lot of toys for a young child. So, child, toys, they decide to put two and two together and decide to look at the CCTV. The main detective assigned to the case, when she looks at CCTV, she kind of recognizes the woman that says she's the mom of the child. It's her long-lost daughter. And things go from there. Is Detective Harper going to do everything she can to protect her daughter? Or is she going to hold her profession first? Or is she going to try to get away with both? I don't know. Actually, I do because I read the book, but you should find out. Okay. Next book I have for you, I believe it's a fantasy. It's called Piranesi by Susanna Clark. First of all, look at this cover. Anyway, in Piranesi, we follow the titular character. He finds himself in this house that it seems to be an infinite house. Every room is different. He doesn't know why he's there. He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know how long he's been there. But as he explores the house and tries to find his place and find some logic to his day-to-day, he comes up with like a journal and he writes down, and then he forgets what the date is, and he calls each year the year of something that important happened to him so he can keep his sanity. And then as we follow him without really knowing what's going on and what kind of world he's in, it's a short, beautiful prose that really, really makes you think about many things in life. Is one of those really haunting, thought-provoking books, and it definitely made my list. And this is a 2020 book. So that's what I had for my miscellaneous. Next, for my YA, I'll start with my backlist. The One by Sarah Crossan. I have a review on it. It's linked down below. This is a beautiful, beautiful story told in verse of congenital twins, and it tells the story of a year in their lives when they are both faced with a very important decision that will affect both of them, and they don't agree on it. Yeah, wow. Like, grab a tissue and read this book. It's so easy and fast to read, and it's beautiful. And I got it from my friend Siobhan from Ball Books. Thank you so much for giving me this book. I would have never picked it up otherwise. But it has really changed my life, even though obviously I'm different able than they are. But towards the end, their emotions are so raw and so relatable. I really enjoyed this book. Next, within the YAs, I have Ace of Spades by Farida Abike-Yemire. This is, they say Gossip Girl meets Get Out, but I haven't watched Gossip Girl, guess by now. But this is such a beautiful story. There's a social commentary woven in. It's so beautifully done, but the thriller is tightly plotted, you on the edge of your seat, and the climax is life. So in Ace of Spades, we follow the only two black students in this very prestigious private school. And then they start getting texts by someone called Ace, and their life is basically torn upside down. But I really highly recommend. It was a 5-star read for me. I cannot wait to see what Farida is going to do next. Next two books I do not have. First one, I'm calling it a YA, okay? Only because it's people just fresh off high school. I consider that like in the range. But this is a dark story about many people, actually 7 of them, who are part of the psychology study. So they get a free scholarship as diagnosed psychopaths. So the psychology department can study them and see how they tick, and if there's anything that can be done to help them live a normal life. They're monitored 24/7, and they don't know who each other is. They're living the best life, like seriously, the best life, because they have no morals. They do whatever the heck they want within, societal norms. And then one of them dies, and then another one of them dies, and then it becomes clear that there's probably someone targeting them all. Could it be one of their own? Who knows? But it was like a crazy fast ride. I really enjoyed the book. I'm putting in the Y category. You might put in the thriller, but my thriller is full, so I'm going with it. Either way, I highly recommend it. So I highly recommend Never Saw Me Coming by Vera Kurian. Next, I have a YA horror-ish, The Devil Makes Three by Tori Bovalino. And in it, we follow Tess, this scholarship student who's in the school with nowhere to go during her summer vacation. She's working at the library, she's working at the, local pub. Then all of a sudden this other student comes on, hate at first sight, because he's an arrogant prick, and demands that she gives him access to the forbidden portion of the library. She's kind of interested in magic. She wants to know what he's up to. She has nothing better to do. So both go together because she wants in on it. And then they unleash the devil through a very, very ancient cursed grimoire. And then is their fight with the devil and trying to figure out what's going on so they can put him back in the book before it's too late, as is threatening, Tessa's younger sister. And really wants to take over Tessa's body because, why not have a vessel? This is what I had from Miscelaneous. Thank you so much for being here, and see you Friday. And remember, until then, be the hummingbird. Bye.